What happens when admiration turns into obsession and a fan's devotion meets its end? Tonight we take you inside one of the most chilling star-studded crime stories in recent memory. A case that has shaken not just Karnataka's film industry but across India. This is a case study looking at the might of the legal system and how it left an ordinary family devastated. This is the story of a man called Renukaswamy. He's a was a 33-year-old pharmacy worker, a husband. He was expecting father at that point and a die-hard fan of a Kannada superstar called Darshan. A man who was then kidnapped, tortured and killed by the superstar and his gang. 17 of them, including the actor, are now accused of conspiracy and murder. They've been indicted and also charged. So on this long-form story, from secret parties, a blood-stained garage, to a body dumped by a drain, we look at the trail that led straight to the powerful in Karnataka. This case is a chilling reflection of what happens when fandom turns fatal. The story of a fallen superstar. In Bengaluru's quiet suburbs, a brutal crime ripped through the veneer of fandom and celebrity. What began as a flurry of direct messages on Instagram spiraled into a murder so brutal, so tangled with power and privilege, that the courts and the entire film fraternity is now watching closely. This is the story of 33-year-old Renukaswamy, a pharmacy store employee. He was a married father-to-be, a fan of one of the biggest stars in Kannada film industry. The intervening night of June 8th and 9th, 2024 changed everything.
After witnessing obscene messages and pictures on Pavithra Gowda's phone which were sent by Renukaswamy from Chitradurga, Darshan, Thoogudeepa and others decided that they will have to teach a lesson for life to Renukaswamy, that this incident never repeats in his lifetime. So this team planned that Renukaswamy be brought to Bengaluru's secluded place which is located in Pattanagere, which is also known as Pattanagere Shed as of now, which is spread over 3 to 4 acres of land where thousands of vehicles have been parked here from various other seizures. At this point of time, when the team which was operating on securing Renukaswamy from Chitradurga and transporting him to Pattanagere Shed informed Darshan and other friends of him that Renukaswamy had been brought to the Pattanagere Shed as per the plan, Darshan and others who were partying in a private pub named Stony Brook in RR Nagar immediately called Pavithra Gowda to visit the Pattanagere Shed, after which the entire team met in Pattanagere Shed. As soon as Renukaswamy witnessed Darshan and various others who were present in Pattanagere Shed, Renukaswamy got to know that he had been tricked to be brought to Bengaluru. He immediately pleaded guilty in front of Pavithra Gowda and Darshan, and also it is mentioned that he begged their pardon and he also fell to their feet, demanding and apologizing that he would not do this kind of work or he would not repeat this in his lifetime. But the team, who were already intoxicated in the pub, decided that they will have to teach a lesson in the harsh manner, after which there were many rounds of thrashing, slapping and banging his head, especially Renukaswamy's head, to the vehicles which were parked in the shed.
Investigators say Renukaswamy was lured here by associates of the actor. It was this very spot where Renukaswamy was tortured, beaten and even administered electric shocks. The police contend that the trigger was an alleged obscene Instagram message sent to the actor's partner, which ignited a deadly mob of fan club members and associates of Darshan. Not far from here is the pub in Bengaluru where the group of accused allegedly celebrated just hours before the abduction. Colleagues of the accused say the celebrations were more than just indulgence. They marked the escalation of fan club loyalty into vigilante action. The very same circle that cheered the star now stands accused of murder.
This is the place where the image was exchanged between Darshan and Pavithra Gowda. This is where the conversation happened. This is where she was upset over someone sending obscene messages like this to a woman. And at this point of time, the people who were along with Darshan Thoogudeepa planned that they should teach a lesson to womanizers like Renukaswamy. They also wanted to teach a strict lesson to Renukaswamy so that he never repeats it to any other woman. Everything started when all of these persons were partying in one of the private pubs of Rajrajeshwari Nagar. They made sure that Renukaswamy would be brought to Bengaluru. He would be kept at a secluded place, and all the persons who were with Darshan Thoogudeepa would visit that place to make sure that Renukaswamy would learn a lesson for his life.
And yet, the victim's wife, heavily pregnant at the time, and his parents pleaded for justice. Their grief drowned out by celebrity reach. Here, at this stormwater drain adjacent to a residential apartment in Kamakshi Palya in Bengaluru, the body of Renukaswamy was dumped in the early morning of the 9th of June. The autopsy revealed 39 injuries, fractured ribs, hemorrhage. The level of violence shocking even veteran investigators.
Soon after, the entire gang had gotten to know that they had in fact killed Renukaswamy in Patangere shed. They called up Darshan to inform, and based on his information and orders, they decided to dispose of the body of Renukaswamy. They started choosing the place, they started hunting the place, and we are at the location where Renukaswamy's body was actually dumped. This team involved two cars, in which one of the cars had Renukaswamy's body in it and another car was piloting them, searching for the location. This is near Sumanhalli, where a private apartment is located. Just beside the apartment is a service road where the team dumped the body of Renukaswamy, thinking that it would fall into the stormwater drain, which is right beside the apartment. And this incident, or the dropping of the body or the disposal of body, was done in the midnight, and they couldn't see if the body had fallen into the stormwater drain. If at all the body had fallen into the stormwater drain, none of them would have gotten the information that someone by the name Renukaswamy has been killed by the gang members of Darshan. But on the other fact, the body which was dumped on the garbage probably never went into the stormwater drain. It was landed on a piece of land. And this is when the security who was on the rounds the next morning noticed that dogs were sniffing something, and he found a body of a person. And that is when the local police, Kamakshi Palya police station, were informed. And soon after, the police visited this location to find out that celebrated actor Darshan Thoogudeepa is involved in this murder, and at least 17 members of his gang were the culprits and were probably conspiring. They hacked the plan to, conspiration to kill Renukaswamy.
Renukaswamy hailed from Chitradurga. He was the only son of Kashinatha Shivana Gowda and Ratnaprabha. He was married in 2023, expecting his first child when he was killed by Darshan and fans. He worked quietly, supported his family, enjoyed films, but the messages he sent, considered lewd by the prosecution, became his death warrant in the warped world of ultra fan loyalty. At the center of it, actor Darshan Thoogudeepa and his associate Pavithra Gowda, along with 15 others, who were arrested in June 2024 after the body was found. The police allege a conspiracy. Group members lured the fan, tortured him in the shed, and then disposed his body. Payments of 30 lakh rupees and more were reportedly made to silence accomplices. Legal wrangling followed as the Sessions Court extended custody. In December 2024, the High Court granted conditional bail to Darshan and others. In August 2025, the Supreme Court of India intervened, cancelling their bail and warning of VIP treatment in jail, declaring that no one was above the law. From the Sessions Court in Bengaluru to the High Court in Karnataka, and finally to the Supreme Court in Delhi, this case has traversed the gamut of India's judicial system.
The entire case is politically motivated and the part of the larger conspiracy to target Pavithra Gowda and Darshan and also others. The police have manipulated the documents and also created a false stories and documents to please certain vested interest. I am representing Pavithra Gowda in that case. Pavithra Gowda is the law-abiding citizen and the mother of a young girl, leading a respectable life in the society. She has not committed any offense whatsoever. The charge sheet has already been filed and we have complete faith on the Honorable Court. Once the evidence is examined and the truth comes out, it will be proven that Pavithra Gowda and others accused are innocent and victim of the political conspiracy.
This is more than a murder case. It's a mirror held up to our star-struck culture, to the dangerous interplay of power, loyalty, and impunity. As the trial continues, the truth remains elusive. But one thing is clear: the law of the land may finally be catching up.